My section is going to be pretty short, but I want to make sure that we're talking about the 6 words that have changed the world, or at least in sales. And those words are, would you like fries with that? This shows the importance of the concept of cross sales. Once McDonald's added this to their ordering procedure, they increased their average order size by 18%. And then the modern day example is Amazon. And so as you're working through your order, you're often faced with the option that, well, other customers bought some really cool stuff too. And Amazon really relies on this. It accounts for about 35% of their online sales. And so Acumatica wants to give you more power in leveraging the online or the cross-selling capabilities. And so they've added some functionality that's going to help you set up online suggestions or cross-sale suggestions through new machine learning and AI capability. And with this, there's a bit of setup. And so we'll start at the item class. And with each of the item class, you can decide where you want to look for your cross-sell items from, as well as what you want to consider for your cross-sell suggestions. Now, the importance of this is that research has shown that the optimal price of the cross-sell item is 25% of the original item selected on the order. And so this really is built to optimize the performance of your cross-sell operations. So once that's set up, you can go into sale order preferences. And again, there's a new machine learning tab. And this is where you decide what time period you want to use as you consider cross-sell options. And then also relevance score, and then how many options do you want to give for each of the cross-sell relationships. It allows you to exclude item classes, and it allows you to exclude certain order types from including cross-sell opportunities. And so once you've gone through the settings, then you can run the process to generate cross-selling suggestions. And again, this is where Acumatica has implemented some practical AI and machine learning, because AI and machine learning is really pattern recognition. And so it goes back through the time period of history that you've selected and develop that pattern of common items on sales orders. And as you can see here in the colorful blue box, the calculation may take a while because it's going back through your history and creating those relationships. So don't worry, it's not something to run over the lunch hour. Go ahead and run it overnight. And if you wish, you can schedule it to run on a regular basis as well in order to maximize those options available. Now, once you have had the system generate the suggestions, then you have the opportunity to give your input. And it provides you with a screen to look at the options that it feels is an appropriate cross-sell selection. And once you have decided the ones that are appropriate, then you can go ahead, select them, and add those to the related items tab on your stock item screen. And so with that, Acumatica has really given you some practical use of pattern recognition through machine learning in order to maximize your sale, because who doesn't want 35% larger sales? The second part that I want to talk about is a big change for our manufacturing customers. In 25R2, Acumatica has made available work center capacity views that don't require advanced planning and scheduling. And so with this, what they've provide is an infinite capacity work center load. And that simply means that you can add, as you're adding work orders, production orders to a work center, it's going to tell you what that load is. It's not going to constrain it based upon the calendar as advanced planning and scheduling would. It's going to simply show you how much you are expecting to push through that work center. And it gives you detailed work order visibility once you look at the capacity as well. So what's this mean for you? Well, it's better visibility for sure. You're able to look at the workload for the work centers ahead of time so that you can make proactive decisions in order to reduce bottlenecks and be more efficient, be more proactive, be more responsive to customer needs, and avoid the bottlenecks and poor service. And so as we take a look at this, the work center capacity, this is an example where, by golly, we have pushed an infinite number of works into the work center. We are 1,237% over capacity. And so with that, we obviously know that, well, folks, there's a problem. But with the new capabilities that you have inside of Acumatica, they're going to not just tell you the amount of work that's in the work center, but it's going to give you an actual list of the production orders that you are scheduling in the work center during that time. And it gives you a chance to see then the associated sales orders to be able to be proactive with your customers. So Acumatica is giving you the tools to really start to take control of your manufacturing without the investment in setting up and maintaining everything associated with advanced planning and scheduling, and still giving you the ability to provide better customer service. So I only had 2 topics, but I've got a special announcement. As some of you may be aware, we started a new business practice at Algorithm called Algorithm Intelligence, and we are partnering with Centage FP&A platform. So be on the lookout for information in the weekly newsletter, and then check your inboxes, because I'm going to provide you a special invitation to a webinar next week where you can see how Centage provides an answer to the budgeting problem that may be hurting your business, but you haven't thought about it. So look for the email, you'll find out what the problem is, and then we'll take it from there.